This is Phil, and I'm here to tell you all about the Capes and Lunatics Patreon. Don't miss out on our comic book creator interviews, including our monthly Chichester chats with comic book legend D.G. Chichester, superhero movie brackets in our search for the worst comic book movie of all time, and many, many more specials, all completely uncensored. Access starts for $3 a month, full video when you pledge $5 a month. Check out the link in our show notes or go to patreon.com/CapesandLunatics. Hope to see you there.
This is Luca Perich, and you're listening to the Capes and Lunatics podcast.
We're still daring to do it, kids. We don't have an intro 46 episodes in, man. We crazy. What? We don't have an intro. We just fly by the seat of our pants like a blind man jumping off a building backwards.
Not backwards.
He's jumped off a building backwards.
Still a lot of things backwards.
Hey-oh.
Not my business, though.
Somebody's building's getting jumped off of, but it ain't my business. All right, kids. Welcome back to another episode of the the Daredevil Podcast. Already coming in hot. I am Phil. Joining me, as always, it is...
Lilith Hellfire. I don't need no damn introduction.
You know who I am. Just like if you listen to any of our shows for more than 5 minutes, you know if an episode ends in 6-9, Lilith will be there.
More than likely, it's a good bet.
She gave us a signal. Sorry, Ray.
Lilith signal.
Yes, sorry, Ray. Batman joke. I'm sorry. You're never safe, Ray.
Batman, my favorite character.
The chance is never zero.
Never. All right, so kids, welcome back to another month. Today we are talking Daredevil 356 through 358. Oh yeah, didn't we get a new Daredevil issue since last time?
I'm pretty sure that was kind of the point. We tried to put it out around
yes
the time the issue drops.
Yes, what was that, issue 3? I believe.
I hate legacy numbering. Yeah, I also hate when they reboot it. So. Damned if you do, damned if you don't.
I know. Well, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. It's nighttime. Lilith is on her medication. So, yeah. Here, let me open my app. But yeah, well, we could get to that at the end. I mean, we should do the older ones first, right? We're gonna make you wait. We're gonna make you wait, kids. Back in my day, we didn't get to hear the new comics. You didn't get to talk to anyone about new comics. You read them yourself, and you maybe got a letters page. Alright, so yes, tonight we're talking Daredevil 356, 357, and 358. I think my favorite cover is this first one, the 356 out of the three.
Not a bad cover.
No. It crackles, or I don't know.
Snap. Crackles and pops.
Oh, did you see, tonight at midnight they're debuting Rihanna's new song for the Wakanda Forever soundtrack.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, so. Somebody's singing, but it ain't my business.
You know, I have mixed emotions about the Wakanda Forever movie, so.
Once again, Lil, it's going to be better.
The soundtrack is going to be as good as the first one.
Oh,
That
no.
was a whole
No.
That was a whole cultural reset. They literally cannot recapture that no matter what they try.
Yeah.
But it's good to see Rihanna, even post-baby, out there working on something that's not damn the makeup or the lingerie. It's good to hear her have some music, so I'll say that.
But, between her and that whole movie, they're just going to they're really going to play up the girl power,
Yeah, and you know how I feel. I like some muscle and some meat. I'm not really here for a clam fest. Yeah,
but they were kind of backed into a corner. They really didn't have a lot of...
I am tired. There, I'll say it. I'll say it so nobody else has to get canceled. I'm sick of the MCU. I am. I'm over it. I want some muscle and some meat. There's nothing... I mean, that's what superheroes are for. Tight spandex, male booties, just, come on.
Okay. Yeah, but I mean...
And on that note...
I get you, but I mean, like I was going to say, this time...
And plus, we have to share Black Panther with other people now,
Yeah, but...
It's a whole thing, how I feel about it.
Yeah, but then this time, it's like, after Chadwick's death, it's like, do you recast?
They can't leave it. I get it.
Yeah.
Can't leave that part of the franchise, but
it's like, do you recast? Yeah, do you recast the character? You know what? I guarantee they're probably eventually going to recast.
Well, the comic book gave a solution, but then that solution, the actress in and of herself is a little, unpredictable.
Yeah.
For the mouse machine anyway. So it's a whole thing.
No.
I have a lot of feelings. But it's good to hear Rihanna making music again. It's been a while. Can we get the album already, Riri? That's all I'm saying. A full album.
Welcome to the Black Panther podcast. Oh, I was waiting for Lil to say no.
No!
There you go.
No!
There you go. Thank you, wife number 2. No!
Don't have time, Philip.
You know what?
Don't have time.
I have my nuclear option. If you don't ever want to do that stuff, I can be like, oh, Justin.
Now I'm going to have to message him. Tell Phil no. Danielle will kill us all.
Well, that escalated.
Oh my god. Can't believe it's going to be a week where you're both going to be like in the same room in my ear. Oh my god. Alright. Let's get to some Daredevil. Since we're not getting the show till 2024. I'm not bitter.
Just petty.
That's salty, petty. We need someone bitter.
Oh, we need Kuman?
Oh.
Sounds like a plan, Jan.
Nah, he's a little too upbeat for that. Alright, so Daredevil 356 from September 1996. Burden of Proof.
Hey, Phil, the 90s weren't 10 years ago. So
I know.
It's a little Carl Kessel era, huh?
That's right, yeah, continuing where we left off from last month, yeah.
Killer in the Dark?
Coming up behind him on that cover.
I mean, we always knew Matt had it in him.
Whoa! Crouching in the Dark, what? Burden of Proof. Something a vigilante does not need. Writer, yeah, Carl Kessel. Penciler, Carrie Nord. Inker, Matt Ryan, not that one. Colors, Christy Sheely. Letterer.
You know why I hate this issue, right?
Why? Oh, wait. Karen?
Just the mention of Liz.
Oh!
No, Liz, even worse. Just the mention. I was like, oh, damn it!
Well, wait till we get to 358 in a couple minutes, kid.
I know.
Matt and Foggy begin to prepare their defense of Mister Hyde as they move into their new offices. Working on a tip from Liz Osborne. Daredevil and Misty Knight investigate the site where...
Boo!
The site where... What? Boo what?
Liz.
Oh, okay.
Never Misty. We never boo Misty.
I was gonna say, I already moved on from Liz, man. I was already on the Misty. just like Matt was in this issue. Hail!
On to the next. If ever Matt had a theme song, that's the theme song.
I love how he's like, oh, you're not using this to like get close to me. I'm thinking, she should be asking you that.
All Matt needs is the I'm a poor blind man card, and he's getting those panties.
Yes, let me grip you while you're ripping that locked hatch out of the ground. So yeah, Daredevil, Misty Knight investigate the site where Hyde was supposed to have murdered a girl. They uncover a secret tunnel, and Daredevil follows it to it. It says to his end. No,
Matt discovering a secret tunnel. Oh, really? So shocked. Was it a love tunnel?
It's a giant hallway.
Daredevil stands for double the dick jokes, guys. Sorry.
I was gonna say, Lilith, it was a long hallway. Did he throw a hot dog down it?
Ooh, what? And we're not talking about Karen.
Oh! But yes, he follows the tunnel to its end where he meets the Enforcers, who have 2 new members. Daredevil takes down the Enforcers, but is knocked out by the Eel.
Isn't that ironic? Subtext, guys. You gotta dig through the subtext.
It doesn't help that he has a lubricated costume either.
Exactly. You gotta, oil yourself up and slip into it sometimes.
So, what are we saying? That Matt Murdock got taken out by a lubricated eel?
Better than an unlubricated eel. Better safe than sorry.
Really?
I don't do Twinkies or toaster strudels, so.
I mean, for what I imagine where that eel is going, yeah, I would say so.
It's in his prison purse.
I love us.
I just heard the greatest show with the greatest dick jokes of all time. Who was it? Us.
Honestly, there's no show with more dick jokes, right?
I don't think so.
I think I can safely say that. I don't think there's another podcast out there with more dick jokes.
Yeah, not a show. Nah. All right.
Seaman!
Ark.
All right. So what did you think of this issue, Lilith?
Yeah, that happened.
See, look,
this is the thing. I love Carl. I do, but it's a little hit and miss. Like, sometimes there's way too much homoerotic subtext for me to function, and then other times it's just dry dialogue and not enough action. So, it's like feast or famine, honestly. So,
somebody was trying to sneak it in.
But I think the art is solid. It's a setup story. It kind of gets worse from here.
Oh my, yeah, then kind of ends in the next issue, but it's I got you. But what did you think of the addition of the enforcers? It's like these are some
from nowhere, literally nowhere. Enforcers. I'm just like
some old school Spider-Man villains.
Yeah, I was just like, let's talk about something you weren't expecting to see.
I know. I think I remember reading this. I was like, the enforcers, really?
Oh, well,
I'm like,
they always wanted Daredevil to be a disc. Daredevil is to Spider-Man as Green Arrow is unto Batman. I'm just gonna say it. If nobody else is gonna say it, I'll say it.
Yeah, but did you have to bring someone in like the eel with like powers or something? Because it's like 16-year-old Peter Parker was handling the enforcers.
Yeah.
So it's
Although, listen, Peter Parker's temper is legendary, okay? That kid's got some gumption and some anger issues. And he's, like, super strong.
Between the parental issues, but also, think about it. I mean, that irradiated spider bite could be worse than, like, roid rage.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And he lives with his aunt and can't get no privacy, so he can't let off steam, Come on. Yeah.
I know, man.
You always got to look at it through that lens of those early Peter Parker stories where, he is a teenager, he has to go to school, and he is definitely living with Aunt May. And Aunt May is nosy as hell.
I know, man. He really had He really had to hide practicing with those web shooters.
And then he finds out it's, radioactive.
Put it here.
So, it's a whole thing. I hope Matt Seaman is radioactive, because we don't need no more Matts running around. We got enough of his clones. We got enough other genetic material running around from him. So.
Oh, Matt Murdock. I mean, you got a bunch of fake you got enough fake aliases to fill a graveyard. But
exactly.
Tapping my way downtown.
I'm surprised. Oh my god! Again, if you wanted to write Matt as like a real SOB, could be like, all these do like some kind of Max series or something where all these women are just coming up saying they had, Matt Murdock had sex with them.
And he's just singing Billie Jean.
No. And it's just like, no, that was my brother Mike. No.
Oh, blame Mike. When in doubt, blame Mike. I got you.
Or, no, that was my cousin, Jack Batlin. No.
We're twin cousins like Patty Duke. Or, Peter and Ben.
And damn it, give it to Chichester to write.
I mean, seriously.
If you're not DG Chichester, you can't write ninjas.
Or a horny Matt. All right, so
I actually prefer the cover for 357.
Oh, I mean, they're all good. I think
they're all good, but this one's like super dynamic. It's a little more colorful. There's no shadow, crouching crotch, hidden dick. That situation going on.
I know, but it's just, I don't know. I kind of like the simplicity of the first one. Plus, I think the colors pop a little more and stuff. And
it looks like he's about to really get done in. So that's just chef's kiss for me, for my fanfics.
But oh god,
it's a jumping off point.
that X-rated hard drive.
Triple X, get it right.
Although 356, man, they spoiled the last page with that cover.
Oh yeah, which is unusual to be honest.
Although they're just like, well, we were going to put it on the cover, the Enforcers.
Exactly. Oh, yeah, that's really going to drum up business.
What is this, 1963?
I was going to say, yeah, we're going to pull out all the 50-year-olds. Ooh, the Enforcers. They're back.
Excelsior.
The only way you're pulling that off is like, Daredevil versus original Stan Lee creations, the Enforcers.
Basically.
Or Spider-Man's enemies, the Enforcers. It's pretty bad when you're the Enforcers when, you lose top billing to the Eel.
Yeah.
I mean, this is basically Daredevil's Shocker.
You know what? I'm going to say the Eel is actually more competent and less disposable than the Shocker.
Oh, okay. This is a Daredevil show. Who is more competent, the Eel or Stiltman?
Stiltman, every day.
Wow!
Fight me. Wow! Charlie will agree. Oh. I almost guarantee you, Charlie will agree.
Wow! What a foundation to build your argument on. Charlie would agree with me.
You know what? Ray would agree too. Ray, if you agree, please message Phil and tell him that Stiltman will give Eel the business.
Couple of bowls down the gob.
Or anybody who agrees or disagrees. I'm just saying the Eel is like.
Once again, I love Ray, but you're gonna go with the man who's like, oh, Tombstone.
Hey man, there's not too many better fixations to have. I'm just saying.
Oh well, he does have better fixations. Tigra.
Exactly. He has excellent choices in fixations. I'm just saying.
Who's your favorite superhero in Ray? The one in the bikini. The hairy one.
I like Red Sonja and Vampirella. Your point.
Well, he likes the hairy.
And Conan.
He likes the hairy ones that don't shave. Lilith Hellfire. Hell.
Who is it? Charlie Asher?
I didn't say lesbian.
The Eel is such a joke, man. Like, you know what? The Eel and the Rhino, I feel like they should have lunch dates and they should just like kind of be like each other's therapists because they are just so.
Oh
ridiculous.
my god! There's another story we could get Chichester to write. Oh my god! Like the loser villains of Daredevil, like Stiltman,
yeah,
Eel.
the Losers Club. Yeah.
Oh, what was that guy? The Matador. Oh my god!
Ooh! Oh my god!
Yes.
The Matador.
I think that was his name.
Instead of the Sinister Six, it's like the Losers 11 or whatever.
Oh my god! You throw the Purple Man in there, and it'd be like, "I thought you were like
no,
but no, be like, oh, I thought you were hardcore, like you could control anyone." And it's like, I don't know, it's like something where he's having trouble controlling his powers, performance anxiety.
Oh well, yeah.
He deserves it.
After what
he did to all those women, yeah, he does. I mean, what was that? Wasn't that in Jessica Jones where he was like, he had her in his power. And he made her watch him do these women he brought home.
You know what? Somebody needs to check on that writer. I don't think that writer's okay.
Well, who would that be, Lilith Hellfire?
Bendis.
Set me up, I spike it over the neck.
The kids are not all right when you read that story, is all I'm saying.
You know what? If he has alerts on his name,
I think that's actually more egregious than Frank Miller, to be quite honest. Like with Frank Miller, you know what you're gonna get. That one came out of nowhere. Like, what the hell?
If he has alerts on his name, Bendis is like, oh, it's up for 9:15 Capes and Lunatics. Must be talking about me again.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
You know our name.
I say nice things sometimes.
Hey, I said his early work is good. A lot of, I liked his Daredevil stuff. I
think that there should have been more editorial oversight on the DC side. That's all. That's all that I said.
Oh, some of the
Marvel.
They had
makings for a great story, but needed oversight.
Some of the Marvel stuff too.
But then they let Dan DiDio do whatever he wanted. So it's par for the course.
I love. Do you see on Facebook Moon Knight Cornered? Oh my god! There's always Bendis' name keeps coming up there about that run, and it's like they're posting memes. They're like people coming in who like maybe don't read the comics. They're like, I don't know who this Bendis is. Then I do the research, and things just go out of control.
Yikes! I figured that was the side of Moon Knight the fandom didn't talk about.
Well, they did. Well, when they're in the mood to mock. And then,
we just, like, I think it's better just to pretend like it doesn't exist.
and then, like, people make fun of poor Max Bemis. I'm just like, oh no, the Bendis run was worse.
Right?
And again, I think he was having issues too when he was writing it and stuff. You know, like personal issues. And I'm just like,
yeah.
And it's still that runs better than Bendis. Come on.
Yeah, that's just not a Bendis character.
Again, he had to reinvent the wheel. Oh no, let's throw out Mark, Jake, and Steven. Which again, today, they would not let him do after that show. No.
Yeah. I don't think they let anybody, honestly. So.
I should let Ray edit that book.
It's not approved.
He put the time in, man. You said he willed that show into existence.
He did. He manifested it. I'm super jealous.
Me too.
But then again, I manifested that Swamp Thing show. I was so pissed people didn't follow through and watch it because it was actually really good. But it came out at the wrong time. But I willed that damn new Swamp Thing TV show into existence. I will say that.
Well, can you and Ray tell me, I mean, I tried for 153 weeks. How do I will a Quasar show into existence?
Ooh, babes, you got to better luck with actually asking for a good Nightwing movie.
Okay.
You can get a Nightwing movie. I don't know if it's going to be good, so you have to be very specific.
Well, that's why I'm not begging, because I'd rather wait.
After that Batgirl fiasco, I told you.
Uh-huh.
What about our Quasar podcast, The Quantum Zone?
Can we get off in the chat for the Quasar podcast?
Hey.
Although I will say, just in general, I like the Green Lantern podcast better.
Thank you. But
gee, you don't say.
Hey, all I'll say is it brought the old men.
Yeah, Marvel hater.
Hey, all I'll say is the Quantum Zone brought the old men. Ray was sending weekly feedback to that show.
I know you boys and your weird fixations.
I mean, it's like
our Quasar brings all the old men to the yard.
I mean, it was Quasar. It's not like I was like saying, "Hey, let's do a Darkhawk podcast."
The yin to Darkhawk's yang.
I mean, honestly, I feel like as a one-off, the next time I take a vacation, maybe do that.
I don't know. We said we could do more Wonder Man. We might do more 90s stuff. And remember, we have coming in January. So with myself and
censored.
It's top secret, kids. Don't tell Charlie. All right. Should we get to 357?
Yes. Rosalind Sharp is a good character. I don't care what anybody says. How do you feel about Rosalind?
I mean, she was a good foil for them, especially Matt.
Yeah, I thought so.
Daredevil 357. October 1996.
My favorite kind of gun.
Crime and Punishment. Because she can't lay her hands on a bazooka, kids.
Exactly. Oh no, a Desert Eagle's nice too, but 357, I don't know. The recoil's not as bad as a Desert Eagle. So.
I haven't done it, but maybe when you come up, maybe one day we should just go to the shooting range.
Maybe.
Oh, you know what we could do? We could do axe throwing.
Ooh, I've never done that.
Neither have I. There's one nearby.
You guys have a place?
There's one nearby, yeah.
Sweet. Do you have the place where they break the dishes too? Is that all the same thing?
We had one even closer. I don't know if it's still there or not, but we could check. But yeah, they got axe throwing.
You can let out your Gen X rage, and I can let out my millennial disappointment.
We have a place that's axe throwing, and I think they might do archery too.
Ooh, I wonder if my wrist is ready for that.
Hey-oh, there's a drop.
Hey-oh. There you go. You're welcome.
Phil,
and a drop was born.
Phil, 25-26. All right.
I thought that this one is good.
Yeah.
I feel like the fight could have went on longer though. That's my only disappointment about this issue.
Yeah. Oh my god. All right. Dee Dee is supposed to be in court defending Mr. Hyde, but he has been captured by the enforcers who are putting him through his paces. Hail. The eel taunts Daredevil with the fact that he's been manipulating the enforcers, but his buddies hear him and try to take him down. Hail. Daredevil escapes in the supervillain fight and captures the eel, proving he is responsible for the murder for which Mr. Hyde has been charged.
Now where's Dr. Jekyll?
Oh, jeez. I'm surprised. I mean, the restraint on Stan Lee for not calling him some version of Jekyll, the alter ego.
Yeah. He's like, it's too obvious and pedestrian. I shan't do it.
I remember the first time I heard the name Calvin Zaba, I'm like, wait a minute, Stan Lee didn't go with Jekyll? I'm like, what?
Excelsior.
It was his experimental phase. What can we say?
I'm like, Kelvin Sabo, it's not even alliteration. I'm like, what the hell is going on here?
I said it's his experimental phase.
You got all experimental in that Thor book. Mister Hyde, he fought Thor and Daredevil. I'm like, really?
The power creep of Marvel, don't even get me started. Here are the dogs, I shall return. Have fun with the kids while I'm away.
Who let the dogs out? It's Florida, somebody. It's Florida. Somebody must be shooting off some guns or some fireworks. Get those dogs going. See, I don't just make fun of poor Will Allred with that music. Yes, Lilith lives in Florida, surrounded by. Sorry, Florida. You brought that and Tom Brady on yourselves. Alright, yeah, so like I said, Daredevil, Foggy's in court trying to defend Mister Hyde, and Hyde's like, where's Murdoch? I paid for Murdoch. And the enforcers are beating on Daredevil, he's all chained up. Karen has a mystery job at night. Yeah, and then, like I said, the eel gets all mouthy. It's like, oh, the enforcers are, basically, the enforcers are stupid, I can manipulate them, and Daredevil's like, there's something I know about them that you don't know. They're right behind you. So, Ox is not too happy. Helps Matt break out painfully. Rosalind Sharp, not happy. Matt's not there. Misty Knight finally comes to the rescue. Helps free Daredevil. And, yes, this is the 2 points I really want to talk to Lilith about. Karen's new job and how Daredevil takes down the eel. Basically slides him along the floor, uses that lubrication against him, hail, and then smashes. Hail! How do you I love that part where, the eel's like, I'm going to escape into this dark tunnel, haha! And it's like, that's like hypersensitive.
He's like, this is where I live! This is my bread and butter, dark tunnels.
Hail! But I love just to be a dick, like, he walks to the wrong tunnel and then just, like, throws the line behind him. And then just uses that lubrication against him and smashes him into the wall.
Like I said, the scene could have been longer.
An
extended cut, if you will.
Remember that on prom night, kids. Friction along a... no friction along a tunnel. And what did you... I know Karen's not your favorite character, but what did you think about the mystery? It's like, what's her night job?
Yeah.
Trying to play up, it's like, maybe she's doing porn again. Where else would she go at night?
I mean, they only live in New York.
Yada, yada, yada. She's tired the next morning.
Yada, yada, yada. She mentioned the bisque.
He's a high talker.
She had man hands.
The Kramer Lane might live on. She's like...
Don't worry, guys. Salty and Petty will have all your Seinfeld needs covered.
Oh my god, we're going to just have a segment be like, so which Seinfeld episodes did you watch this week?
You mean seasons. So bingeable, even though, some of that doesn't hold up. It's still bingeable.
Oh, yeah.
Much like the Daredevil books. I really like, sometimes, you pick out good arcs and then I'm like, what, I'm going to keep reading. I'm going to do a couple extra issues.
Oh, good. I think we're going to finish the year with the next couple after these. So. But then don't worry. February, we're going to be reviewing the movie because that's the anniversary.
Yes. And y'all can judge me if you want, but if you think that movie's bad, you're wrong. And I'm going to tell you why. Don't worry. We have a whole episode to anybody that happens to hate that movie.
There's just bad parts
I'm going to Charlie Esser mansplain to you why that's a good movie. Get your popcorn ready, kids.
You're going to be playing the part of Charlie Esser. I hope your boobs get bigger.
Me too.
Oh, wow! You're just like my wife. I mean, okay, for those of you who don't know, Lilith or my wife, both busty women, and they say, I want them bigger. I'm like, do you want to fall over? My back
I just want to be able to knock somebody out with them. That's it. That's the goal. I want to be like Power Girl. I just want to be able to knock somebody out with them.
I think you just need height. You don't need more boob. You need height.
Height. I mean, you can actually, you can get your height enhanced, but it's only like, I think my max at 3 inches. And I think it's only men.
Don't they stretch it or something?
No, it's like they add artificial cartilage or something like that.
Yeah, it's probably painful too, because I know like my grandfather's had like, his like his hip replaced, his knees replaced, he's had quadruple bypasses. I mean, half of them's been replaced, and he says like the knees are like, he said, were the most painful.
The knees!
That's right, kids. Trapped in a World, a Howard and Duck podcast. Proud members of the collective.
You're welcome, Russell.
Proud members of the collective. And new father, Noel Tate.
Oh, bless his heart. Hope he has some sleep someday.
Proud members of the collective.
But I don't know. Like I said, I think this is my favorite like issue between the three.
Yeah, I mean, again, for any nitpicks you have, I mean, they're not bad issues.
No, and like I said, the fights here and the eel is just like absolutely gets wrecked. It's so hilarious. Thought he had the upper hand, but guess what, buddy? Eels don't have hands.
This is a Saturday night at Lil's house. The eel gets wrecked. Wrecked, kids.
I didn't say buried.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Nobody tell Tim at Apple.
That could be taken at least one of two ways, though.
That's the beauty, a double entendre. Maybe a triple entendre. I don't know.
If you're Tim from Apple, she means the dead body type.
I hope.
For the rest of you, we're talking about Dark Tunnels again. Hey. And did I miss something? Oh, I guess because I was like, how is Daredevil going to prove the eel was behind those murders? But I guess he said, the enforcers, those bastions of
truth and honesty.
Yeah, are going to testify. I'm like, yeah.
Anything for less time in prison. Am I right, kids?
Well, and like I think Hyde said, he's like, I bought the warehouse. It was padlocked, and the padlock was broken. He's like, why would I break the padlock? I had the key. I bought the warehouse.
It's a little detective work, you say.
And I love how they're like trying to create, Matt and the others are trying to create reasonable doubt. And I know your favorite character, Liz, is like, well, it was owned by the Osborns, and both my father-in-law and my husband were, Green Goblins and insane. Rosalind's like, there's our reasonable doubt. It could have been Hyde, there were secret passageways, the building was owned by Osborns. Oh, not guilty.
For all we know, it's another goblin on the loose at that point.
Oh, yes. There's been so many. Oh, it's 96, man. Phil Yerk was out there, so.
Yeah. Speaking of which, sure to... yeah, I was going to say, be sure to join us for Hobgobble Gobble Month over on the Ultimate Spider Cast.
Well, this is, yes, if you're hearing this on the podcast, yes, we're already in full swing on Gobble Gobble Month.
Haha, thwip thwip.
Gobble gobble.
Ray's favorite time of year.
Gobble gobble.
He's like, what is this Thanksgiving you Americans celebrate? Can't you be civilized like Canadians and celebrate it in October?
Canadians?
Can't you celebrate Leif Garrick Day like everyone else?
I'm sorry, Ray, but you have no room to throw stones, Ray. You down there in that penal colony.
He said penal. Justin almost lost his cookies with that one. on Batman on We Are the Night 100.
Oh, I know. I told you the one time me and him were doing an episode and Noel's on. He's like, just keep him laughing. Just keep him laughing.
Things in common, cannabis and comics and other things starts with C.
Hell. Eels.
Electric eels.
Whoa. Well, that's put the car battery on it for that. Hell. Cock-a-doodle-doo. That is a good one.
Just what I always wanted in a man.
A powerful rod? What?
Wow!
I mean, this is the Daredevil Podcast.
I'm a sucker for a guy with a powerful rod.
Oh my god, can you imagine that Salty and Petty episode when he joins us and we don't have
What do you mean it's gonna be a whole segment? Every couple of months it'll be a segment. Biscuit of the month.
Oh my god, and can you imagine when we don't have comics to kind of steer us in a different direction? Oh my god.
My favorite biscuit.
It's that time again, kids.
My favorite biscuit.
We gotta hurry up and get started though, because I just have a feeling Chris Evans is about to have a scandal where it's not gonna be very cool to say he can get it. Like, I just feel like after Dolly Parton got canceled, he is like next on the list. So, and I always just remember he is a white man of a particular age from Boston.
From Boston.
You know, Marky Mark, if you know, you know.
Oh.
So
Yeah, but you don't think maybe he's like a Paul Rudd?
they can't all be Paul Rudd though.
That's true. I don't know. Chris Evans still looks good, and usually hatred and nastiness usually age you. So
True. Just look. Diana snatched her jeans back from that one son of hers, didn't she?
So far we're all good.
Chris Evans can get it all day, every day.
I gotta I gotta be able to get that in before.
Hey-o!
Hey-o.
Oh, what a waste of butter.
Oh, if he ever does have a scandal.
Oh, what a waste of butter.
Absolutely.
Oh my God. Hey, Justin, can you send me this job, please?
Chris Evans can get it all day, every day.
He agreed with you, so can you just send me the job, Justin? Thank you.
That's an awfully big rod he's got there.
So I don't think that, Carrie Nord and Matt Ryan get enough of credit for the pencils and the ink on it. Also, of course, Christy Shield.
Oh, yeah.
As the colorist. But yeah, I think these issues look really good and they hold up. Some of that mid-90s stuff sometimes doesn't.
Oh, yeah, because I think a lot of people were like trying to like copy and like trying to copy the Image style and stuff since it was so popular and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's not.
They can't all be Jim Lee, can they?
It doesn't seem the art style doesn't seem old-fashioned, but it's good. I remember reading it. Yeah, the art's like, if I have any problem with these, it's not the art. Although we kind of switched teams for 358.
Yeah, we did. Is there a note about why? Or it was just that time?
It was just like a fill-in, because I believe that, Carrie Nord and everyone comes back in 359, which we'll get to next month. But yeah, so I think it was just a fill-in. All right, should we
Things happen.
Yeah, oh yeah. Should we get to 358?
Yeah, let's do it.
Oh, and for those of you who are crying, we're only doing one Daredevil month, Ray. And this month's Chichester chats, we'll be covering Daredevil 316 with Mr. D.G. Chichester. So there's your second helping of Daredevil this month.
Well, y'all can petition the mouse to release the Daredevil show early.
Yes,
then we won't. That's what we've been waiting on, guys. So,
or
you can petition for the book to come out more than once a month.
There you go.
Whatever you want, bud.
All right, so Daredevil 358. With another top level villain. Yes.
What is this cover?
Wash your hand, Mysterio.
This looks like freaking This looks like something Doom would be trying to do. Him and Tony going back in time. This does not look like a Daredevil cover at all to me. But
Mysterio in his
talk about stealing Spider-Man villains. Jeez.
Mysterio in his full 90s regalia.
Oh, yeah.
All the straps and little,
Oh, look at all the small. the smoke machine.
Oh my god! I just know when Lilith comes up here, I'm gonna walk out in my living room one morning. She's fast asleep with that bubble on her head. I see the smoke inside. Just, Daddy, what's that? Oh, that's her Mysterio cosplay, son.
No, I'll take a walk down the block. Don't you worry about it.
Just go outside. I don't care. You can sit on the back porch. All right, so Daredevil 358 again. Another cover that spoils the villain.
It's the 90s.
I guess
they trusted that, if you like the cover, you're going to pick it up. They don't care.
Hey, kids, it's Spider-Man villain.
Exactly. Then you think maybe Spider-Man's in it, right?
Not a clone in sight. Well,
see? Because usually, come on, be real. Usually when there's like because Mysterio is a very well-known Spider-Man villain, so you think, maybe it's a team-up. But they would build Spider-Man first.
And Ben Reilly it showed up a few issues before this, remember? And
Yeah,
again,
that's true.
and again, they're not that subtle in 1996. If Spider-Man, Daredevil, the Punisher, or Ghost Rider, or Wolverine are in your book, yeah,
Oh, it's an event damn near.
they'd be stated in
It's
front of
splashed
Daredevil.
all over.
They'd be stated in front of Daredevil.
So true. It's so true.
90,
Poor Matt never gets his
96.
justice.
I mean, Daredevil's popular now, but 96, yeah. All right.
Look, listen, all I can tell you is in 96, the one thing that I probably was thinking about Daredevil was, ooh, I can feel the colors. It took me so long to get over that, man. So damn corny. And then, like, another time I picked it up, he was freaking faking his death. And I'm like, I mean, if I wanted that, I could just watch my grandma's stories, you know? Like, what the hell?
Yeah, but which time he faked his death? There's been at least 3.
That's what I'm saying. I picked it up at least 2 different times, and he had faked his death, and I'm like, what the hell, again?
The current comics were in the
Come
middle.
back later.
The current comics were in the middle of fake death.
I'm just saying, like, it's crazy. Like, trying to, like, actually get into Daredevil, it was a rough go of it.
Yes. Oh, yeah, this is a whole fill-in team. Aftermath.
I mean, it's a pretty good fill-in team, to be honest.
Yeah. Aftermath. So, English class? All right. Writer Joe Kelly.
Insurance scam. Somebody get Hal Jordan on
Oh.
Another guy in green, just what we need.
I, of course, love Hal Jordan.
I, of course, love Jon Stewart.
I, of course, love Cal Raider.
And Sinestro did nothing wrong.
No wonder he quit insurance. He probably was. I think when I mentioned this during summer of '69, I said, "Well, because he quit while we were reading. He quit being an insurance salesman." And I'm like, he wasn't meeting enough young chicks because it seemed like any woman he ran across while he was selling insurance was like old.
Of course, it's only old people get insurance.
Well, old for Hal Jordan's like what, 30,
21,
25, yeah.
So yeah, we got Joe Kelly and Pasquale Ferry. So
yes,
that's fine.
For penciler and inks, yes.
Oh, we also got Ian Laughlin and Michael Higgins, colorist and letterer, respectively.
Yes,
so,
ma'am.
Fun. But yeah, just like a random Joe Kelly. Okay.
All right, we're gonna have to walk this through a little bit because the synopsis was one sentence. So. But yes, kids, this is in the aftermath of Onslaught. Remember that, kids?
I do. As much as I want to forget, I do.
The Avengers and Fantastic Four are dead.
Wait, what's worse, Onslaught or Inferno? Onslaught, right?
Yeah. I mean, come on.
Okay.
Onslaught led to Heroes Reborn, which gave us Rob Liefeld, Captain America, with the huge titties. So yeah.
Yeah. Did someone say titties? They're not talking about freaking Kingpin. How dare you?
There is a couple.
And for censor purposes, they're mommy milkers.
Oh my! All right. There's a couple. Remember, we've always been talking now that there's stories that like 90 stories you won't do that Justin will cover. Neither one of you will touch Heroes Reborn.
Who would willingly go through that again? I was devastated. It took me 3 years to get over Heroes Reborn. Are you freaking kidding me?
I'm like, I hated it, but sometimes it's fun just to.
It ruined everything in Marvel for me.
Sometimes it's just fun to poo-poo on stuff, on bad stories.
Yeah, it literally traumatized. Like, I literally gave up Marvel for 3 years after reading Heroes Reborn. It was awful.
Oh my god. Will never went back to the Avengers after Bendis took over.
There's certain things, man, that just traumatize you and you do not want to put yourself through.
I mean, he read it.
Like, if I had to, I would put myself through Nightfall again. If I had to, but thank God we have Justin. So
Praise Justin.
But yeah, this one was kind of weird. I was just like, I was here for it, but I was just like, Mysterio of all people? Okay.
Yeah. Well, basically, he's working with a partner who's this guy's pretending to sell superhero insurance.
Why is that not a real thing, though? Marvel's New York desperately needs it.
And I love how Matt's like, it's a scam, and Foggy's like, oh yeah, well, Mr. Superhero, he's like, the Fantastic Four and the Avengers are dead. He's like, he's like, what are you gonna do against Magneto or Galactus?
Ooh, burn.
What a kid.
I mean, true, touche. Yeah.
Oh my god! That was the big thing with all the heroes left. I forget, was it a Spider-Man book? One of the books they were just like, somebody on the street just like, yeah, next time Galactus shows up, anything shows up, who's gonna save us? Spider-Man, Daredevil, those stinky muties.
Man,
I know.
I mean, your best chance really are the mutants at that point. So you
want
to be nicer to them.
With no Avengers or X-Men or Fantastic Four, yeah, the X-Men are really.
Save us, your only hope. Why can Obi-Wan Kenobi?
Oh my god! Well, that's when they start 97. Yeah, during Heroes Reborn, that's when they put out all those other books. Like that's when Deadpool got his first ongoing. They rebooted Alpha Flight. They really should have been like, oh, Alpha Flight. Wait, the Canadians are gonna save us with their beady eyes and flapping heads.
I was just started rewatching season 25, which is only 6 episodes, which is a damn crime. And then I skipped from the first episode, Pajama Day, straight to St. Patrick's Day special.
I love, but some of the early seasons, I love like young Ike.
Yes, or when Ike goes through Canadian puberty.
Oh yes, because he's taking the hormones.
That's such a good one. Yeah.
Or he's running for.
I can't wait to talk about South Park.
Or he's running for class president. I pooped my pants.
Relatable.
Just like all politicians. Not all. A lot.
No, all of them, because they're all old as dirt.
I know. I was thinking about that the other day. I'm like, next presidential election, can we get some young whippersnapper to run for president? Maybe someone who's like, a young man of 60 or something.
50?
Yeah.
50? Is that too much to ask?
I mean, at this point...
it starts at 35. Can I have somebody 35?
I mean, at this point, it's like, you get a guy in there who's in his 60s, he's going to seem like a young guy compared to, the last two,
Yeah. Yeah, it's midterms, guys. If you're not in America, it's midterms coming up fast and hard.
Hey-oh.
Brutal. Brutal.
Oh,
I was like, time to renew my YouTube premium. I am not watching anybody's campaign ad.
Please. I live in I live in Pennsylvania, kids.
Sometimes it's a swing state, so I do feel bad.
Well, the Fetterman Oz battlefield, so.
Yeah. America. Feel sorry for us. Send us some money in Cash App. Help us escape this capitalistic hellscape, please.
Yeah, send us money so we can build a matter transporter so we can just beam down the ray.
I mean, at this point, I'll settle for the parts for a boom tube at this point. A mother box.
Seriously, the governments of the world have failed us. Why don't we just have like high-speed rails everywhere in the world?
No. America has failed us.
Oh, true.
A lot of European countries have fast light rail. Don't get it twisted.
That's
America
true.
has failed us because we're dependent on fossil fuel.
True. We should just.
But I'm not going to turn this into a whale situation. So
yeah, we should have high-speed rails all under the ocean. Come on, kids.
The channel is so cool. Gave me anxiety the first time I was on it, but it's really cool.
Back to the tunnels, kids. Hey-oh.
No tunnels in this one, only Mysterio's fishbowl, but...
Hey-oh. Well, Matt sees, the Avengers are dead. I guess I should go see Black Widow and console her. Console her. Hey, Lilith, redhead.
Exactly. I know. He knows what's up.
Exotic redhead.
Russian.
And that's the X, so he knows what she's packing.
I'm surprised they never revisited it. Honestly, it's been like decades at this point, right?
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. I
don't think Karen is an iconic love interest. I just don't.
Well, she was the original, and then I think Born Again kind of like.
Even Elektra's not an iconic love interest. I think that they're both terrible people and they need to be together to keep themselves off the market for actually good, decent human beings.
Yeah, but if you add up like all the issues of Daredevil she showed up in where they've actually interacted, it's not a lot because Miller brought her in for a little bit. She died. She stayed dead until Chichester resurrected her in the 90s, and then she kind of went off on her own in her own title.
Hmm.
So.
But I'm just saying, as far as like actual believable chemistry, like I've always like up until Frank Miller, I felt like Karen was too good for him, and I've said that in the when we were doing the earlier issues, I really enjoyed Karen before the Frank Miller thing, and then.
Well, why is that, Lil? Because all women are whores.
It really did taint the character, and nobody's ever really made a concerted effort to rebound the character from that, walk it back, or anything, unfortunately. Like, if they did that, something like that to Mary Jane, please believe that's like a dream that Peter is having in hell. You know what I mean? Mephisto was taunting him at that point.
I almost thought there was some potential, like they were slowly bringing Karen back, maybe, but then Kevin Smith had to kill her.
Man pain. It's addicting, bro. Right? That's a writer's easy, get out of jail free card. I feel like I'm glad that we've come a little further than that, where we don't really depend on that as much.
I have no time, but I have to write that Kevin Smith blog.
I mean, you'd have time if you stopped creating podcasts.
I've come back. We're only doing this once a month. Oh, maybe when super connectivity takes over. And then I love this whole Mysterio illusion. Daredevil swinging around. He's like, wait a minute, who's that down there? Someone trying to pretend to be the Juggernaut, but
don't you know who he is?
And all that.
He's like, wait a minute, that's not the goddamn Juggernaut.
The effing Juggernaut. Oh my god. Because that's Radar Sense. He's like, wait a minute, unless Juggernaut really, lost some weight. He's like, you ain't Juggernaut. And then he starts getting high on something. He's like, wait a minute. My senses are reeling. He's like, Lilith. He's like, I was going to say, he's like, Lilith, my senses are reeling. Am I supposed to get my medicine soon?
Gotta go to the old dispensary.
He's seeing his worst fear.
Chicks won't feel pity for me and bang me.
Truly, truly the darkest timeline indeed.
Holds me down.
Well, he kind of did that to Mysterio, but that ain't none of my business.
Hey-o. But then he goes to the Avengers Mansion, but Black Widow's not there. But he gets a...
He's like, oh, what a waste of butter.
Basically gets a little motivational speech from Jarvis, who's basically still making meals. He's like, I know the Avengers will be back one day, because I know Liefeld and those other ones aren't going to get past the year on those things.
Burn.
Hell, I think they fired Liefeld after 6 months. They brought someone else in to do the last 6 months of Captain America. I forget who it was, but it wasn't Liefeld.
Well, those titties just weren't really... They weren't selling.
Hey-o! Where was this book being published? On the Capes and Lunatics Patreon? They love those titties weren't selling.
We're doing me now.
If only he listened to any of our shows.
Why don't you sex me up?
Now that is Daredevil's theme.
Yes. And
I look as good as I do, no matter how old I am, and I date younger men.
Hell.
Wait, we're doing me now?
I'm going to wear a gimp mask and murder people.
There you go.
Wait, this isn't the Batman podcast. What's going on?
Well, it's like, I don't wear a mask. Anyway,
Not a gimp mask, anyway.
Wow!
Anyway, I feel like Kieran is, like, just there for the sake of being there, unfortunately. Like,
well, in this issue, hell yeah, because she's just basically there at the end to be, like, all jealous. I saw you went to see your ex-girlfriend. You didn't tell me.
Yeah.
It's like there was 50,000 reporters out there. I didn't think I was going to be, I wasn't sneaking around. And again, it's like, it wasn't.
Nags are not cool, man. Although, like, I don't like when, like, I guess it's kind of a fine line. Like, I feel like a lot of, like, especially, like, 90s writers, they only knew, like, two types of women, like, the cool girl or the nag. And there was, like, no subtlety or nuance in between.
Oh, yeah.
And Kieran fell into the nag category at that point.
Well, a lot of superhero stories in the 90s, they didn't want to make the hero look like the a-hole. So it's like, well,
unless you're Hal Jordan.
How are you going to create relationship drama? Oh, you're going to make the wife or girlfriend the biatch.
Yeah, that's just not a good look. That's why I feel like, I don't know, like, I'm glad that we've kind of gone beyond that a little bit, and that's opened the door to allow people to other people to like comic books, you know, where
Yeah.
it's not that stupid trope.
And it's not doing Karen justice because it's like
she was so good in the original stuff. Like the first, I'd say the first like 50 issues, so good.
Because I mean, if this was the real world, it'd be like, wait a minute, excuse me, you're giving me crap about seeing an ex-girlfriend and nothing was going on. I'm like, who sold my identity to the kingpin for drugs?
Exactly. But then again, like, really?
Well, Frank Miller.
Exactly.
After she...
Like, no, that was just a screenplay, you silly goose. That never really happened. I just want somebody to say that. But no, I don't know. Like, it's a double-edged sword. Like, the story I like, but like the fallout that they never walked it back.
It's a giant trope. It's a comic book trope. But what if at some point after she left Matt, originally, she got kidnapped by whoever, cloned, and that clone was the one doing porn and drugs and...
I'll take it at this point.
I mean, something to retroactively
wipe
that.
It was her evil twin Ursula, for all I care.
There you go.
Although I think Phoebe was the evil twin between us hens, and we'll talk about that.
Speaking of doing porn, Ursula was doing porn.
Allegedly. I'm pretty sure it was Phoebe.
No, because Phoebe found out. Then she went in, pretended to be Ursula, and had them send the checks to her.
No, that's all. Listen. We'll talk about my friend's theories. Trust me. I have thoughts.
Another segment. I thought you were going to say porn.
Well, obviously.
You just, oh my
God.
God.
You didn't want to name it the Porntastic Voyage, so you know.
Whoa. We could. Oh my God, we need some kind of randomizer where we just hit a button and just something random from your hard drive just gets pulled. It's like, what are we going to cover?
Oh God, no, that's too dangerous. That's too dangerous.
Lethal Weapon. Wait, you wrote a Lethal Weapon script? No.
Yeah, that hard drive can't come out of the safe.
Put it in your will. I will come to wherever you're living if you die before me and destroy that hard drive before anyone gets to see it.
And for the love of God, erase the freaking history too.
Just will it where it's like, yes, no one turn on my computer. Just ship it to Phil Perich.
I'm just like, here's all the stuff you need for the funeral, all the photos and videos you need for the funeral. Don't touch anything else.
Why did she want to get buried with her hard drive?
Oh, I think Matt might need to get buried with something.
Hey-oh.
But yeah, I don't know. I think it was an interesting choice to do Mysterio, and I don't know this feels like just a story that was laying around that they just kind of threw in, maybe like one of those.
Maybe, but I mean, again, they mentioned the whole Onslaught thing, and
well, I mean, there's nothing to do a couple of pages.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I can see that. I love that. I love that part where, he shows up as an Onslaught, and Matt's like, "No, I don't think that knocks him over," and you just see like that panel of Daredevil.
He's like, "Be for real." Daredevil
pinning Onslaught to the ground, and Foggy's like, "What's going on?"
No, that turned Foggy on, but that's a whole nother conversation.
Well, there are a lot of the weird things that were turning him on because he was there with your favorite Liz Allen, and then that guy working with Mysterio switched places with Liz or something, and Foggy's like, "Wait, that was a guy?" Foggy
doesn't judge. Foggy just loves, man.
Wait.
I mean, he's been friends with Matt for how long? Matt's a freaking waste of space, disappointment, waste of potential, you know? Foggy loves him.
Oh, what a waste of butter.
And that's the tragedy of Foggy. He gets wasted so much and used.
Yeah, I mean, until like the last decade or so, yeah, because before that, they just wrote, Foggy as, the bumbling sidekick, because Matt could spend no time in the office and still be the world's greatest lawyer. And
yeah, right.
Yeah.
As freaking She-Hulk proved. Yeah, right.
Talk to Kevin.
Exactly.
All right.
I'm excited to see what suit do you think they're going to use for the TV show. I haven't really been following spoilers or anything, so
I don't think they've named it because again, it's 2024. We're so far out. I mean, hopefully they go back to the red one. I mean, the yellow one's okay, but like Like, I know Danielle.
I think the yellow one's too gimmicky. It might be a little bit of a turnoff, especially for people that, come from the Netflix show.
Yeah, and people who, like, don't read comics. Like, Danielle, we were watching She-Hulk. She doesn't read comics. She's like, ew, what's that? I'm like, that's his original. So she's like, I don't like it. I don't like it.
You should have just told her, in the words of Lilith, I can feel the colors.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Would they dare, even if it was just for, like, the first half of that series or something, would they do the Chichester suit?
I kind of would love it, but I don't know if they would.
I mean, you can modify it. I mean, maybe don't have, like, the shoulder pads and stuff, but, like, do, like, a gray and red, like, type thing.
And I think that would read really, really well, too. Or we could just be building to that suit because it is 18 issues or something like that.
Yeah, 18 episodes, yeah.
So, yeah, I'm just really curious what they're going to be pulling from, even though they named it kind of Born Again. I feel like the Netflix show already kind of touched on it, so...
Yeah, I think, again, it's like a lot of the MCU movies. It's just going to use the
title. I think it's just a dig, like we finally took it back from Netflix.
Well, it's just the yeah, and it's just the title, too. They're not going to actually,
So... I'm just curious and I'm eager and like they shouldn't even brought it up if it was that far away. Do you know what I mean? Like I feel like this is like the longest we've ever had to wait for a Disney show. You know what I mean?
I mean, there's other Marvel shows coming, but yeah, it's
none that I care.
Well, and again, too, it's 18 episodes. They haven't done an 18 episode series yet, so
yeah,
they might need that lead time.
Yeah, I found that very interesting. But they do need the content. If anybody that is a shareholder at Disney. Like I am, I think our quarterly call is going to be this Friday. I think it is third quarter call. Ooh. So yeah, I'm eager to see how much money we're hemorrhaging. Cause yeah, Disney Plus hasn't been the money grab that everybody thinks that it is, and they still need to reach their projected subscriber base. So I'm just like, yeah, that's something that needs to happen. Longer shows so people aren't just tuning out. And then they have the ad tier coming pretty soon, and Netflix has already launched their ad tier, so they're already behind on that. Well, it's just a whole thing.
Well, do you think that's kind of why they announced Daredevil? They're like, no, hang on. We have.
Well, if they really wanted to, they should have done Moon Knight season 2 and not made it a limited series. And also they should have gave us a season 2 of Wanda.
Yeah.
And I mean, I think season 2 of Loki was confirmed. I'm not sure.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah.
So yeah. So you have that. But like, I don't know. I feel like the shows are actually just movies chopped up, kind of Quibi style.
Mm-hmm.
Like it doesn't feel like definitive chapters. It just feels like okay, and we stop here, pick up next. It's just like one long continuous story. They just don't feel like shows to me, with the exception maybe Miss Marvel and She-Hulk. And maybe that's where they're learning to make it feel episodic. I think that episodic has been kind of a dirty word when you want it to be like prestige TV, but sometimes I just need a good filler episode to cleanse my mind.
Well, at least like with Daredevil, 18 episodes, maybe we'll get like a bunch of mini arcs and stuff.
Yeah, I think that's definitely the way. And then that also gives them more time for like side stories, character development.
Oh, yeah.
Especially if we're going to maybe bring in new characters.
Maybe we'll bring in Rosalind Sharp.
I'm thinking. I was actually waiting the whole time for like She-Hulk to kind of mention maybe that name or something.
I wonder if they were like had stuff like that and they're like, no, we're saving that for Daredevil.
Because I will say the one thing I like about it, like there's Easter eggs for each show that they kind of lay into the next one, you know what I mean? So I was just kind of like, I didn't really see that for She-Hulk. She-Hulk feels very standalone-ish, especially the fact that, Mark Ruffalo showed up, and then he had his son too. So that just kind of made it feel like more standalone than the other stuff. The other stuff feels a little more connected. And I think Daredevil is going to probably be the biggest isolated kind of thing.
Maybe, but like the She-Hulk
and
thing,
I don't think that there's anything wrong with that.
Yeah, but the She-Hulk thing...
Well, no, Moon Knight probably has been the most isolated thing.
Yeah, but the She-Hulk by nature kind of have to be a little isolated because it's so fourth wall breaking and stuff, and most of the other shows aren't like that.
Yeah, and I think like in Miss Marvel too, probably a little bit, because they have that Marvel's movie that they needed to focus on to bring everything back to the cinematic ticket money making kind of thing too. Same thing with kind of like She-Hulk. Eventually, Mark Ruffalo is going to show up in another movie with a little more substance.
Yeah. Well, what is it? Was it 2025? At some point, I think like the next big, end, like Endgame thing is going to be, what is it, like Kang Dynasty and Secret Wars or something, yeah.
So it's a whole thing, and it's a whole thing. Like the whole Marvel MCU is a whole thing, and so like I saw the meme. It's like, oh, I remember when like Endgame was coming out, and if you were like a person who hadn't seen any of them, like, oh no, we can catch up, bro. And now it's like fast forward to 2022, bro. Just forget it. Just forget it. It's not for you. too far gone at this point.
Oh my god! The other night, was it FX? One of those channels was playing the original Iron Man movie. I'm like, oh my god! You know what just come for between then and now?
Dude, like I get chills just thinking about it. Honestly, like seeing original Iron Man and how far that whole freaking thing has come.
And I just remember me telling people, oh yeah, you should go see the original. When the Iron Man first came out, yeah, you should go see this movie. Go see this movie.
Oh, at least you weren't me. You should go see Ang Lee's Hulk. It's good, bro. It's good. It's better than the Ed Norton stuff. You can I'll die on that hill. I'll die on that hill.
I know.
Anywho.
But anyway, yeah, no, the newest Daredevil issue was issue 4. With when they arrive at their little secret base, and Matt and Elektra can have their arranged marriage.
And that I got Arrow flashbacks. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
I don't mean that in a good way.
Legacy 653.
Yeah.
See, it's 700. Or no.
Well, I mean, it's all kind of diving into the hand again, and the fist, I guess.
Well, yeah, and then of course that's gonna bring us into conflict with Frank Castle,
which I'm not looking forward to. And it's like I don't know. I feel like Elektra's actually more competent than Matt could ever be, so she doesn't really need him.
Lately, yes.
Now, originally, she was way more brash and hot-headed, which I didn't think was possible, but now she is definitely tapered, and she's a lot more even-keeled than Matt could ever dream of being. So I don't know, it feels weird.
I think I'd rather have them have in their own separate books and like just, play on the whole Elektra trying to redeem, trying to wash that red from her ledger. Where have I heard that before?
I don't think you need to, though, honestly. I hate that trope, to be quite honest, especially when it comes to a woman character. Because how many men actually try to wash the red off their ledger? Or
then just find another reason for her, be like, you know what, I was a killer, now I'm going to save people. I don't know.
I feel like she does. I just don't want her to end up like Catwoman and be in his shadow forever.
Yeah.
She is a full-fledged, wholly interesting character on her own.
Again, she
doesn't need to be an accessory.
It's the Batman syndrome. I think she's better in her own book than with him.
Absolutely. And honestly, she was a lot more capable as Daredevil in his book. So I didn't think I was actually going to feel that way, and then it was just written so well and so great, and it got me so hyped for her book and stuff, and I was just like, yeah, Matt's kind of an idiot right now, and they need to rebuild that whole thing with Matt. Like, he is so incompetent at this point that I'm just kind of furious. It's never been this bad.
Mm-mm. What, the
incompetence? This is still a solid book. Yeah, he's just kind of an idiot.
Yeah, I mean, I think
he's got a lot of emotional damage, and he just needs to go to therapy. Like, we just need to see it. He needs to go to therapy. Moon Knight needs to tell him he needs to go to therapy.
Damn. Yeah,
that's the cameo I want. It's like, I went to therapy. It kind of works sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, every couple of years, a writer comes in and it's like, oh, how can I F with Matt Murdock's life? Which, I mean, Chip's...
It's like, babes, you can't lay on anymore.
Which, like, Chip did from, like, day one, which is fine. It was a good enough story, but I think he's just, like, stuck in the,
How do you come back from that at that point?
You gotta go up eventually.
Eventually. And eventually can't come soon enough.
I just hope we're not, swirling until we get to the TV show.
No, I don't think so. I mean, I trust him.
Yeah.
For the most part, so.
But again, they're doing hand stuff with Hale. They're doing hand stuff with Frank Castle, so, of course we have to.
Yeah, it's gonna intersect, and that's the stuff we've been dreading, because I just kind of gave up on that whole thing.
Oh yeah, because
the Punisher, I don't care.
Yeah, was it last issue or the one before? Yeah, there was one guy. Yeah, they Daredevil shows up at the end of the Punisher issue, so yeah, it's coming. Hale.
Yeah, Hale. But like, it's the Red Fist and Saga. Really, that's a little too easy to take shots at, so I won't. But
Yeah, I mean, we need like a few years break from ninjas, okay?
Yeah.
Let's get Daredevil back on the streets.
Yeah, I wanted something more grounded for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And that last event we had, I thought that's where we were going.
Do you think if we put Matt back street level, do you think would it work if Elektra had her own book and the ninja stuff was there?
Yes, I feel like that's how it's always been, and that's how it should always be.
Maybe that's. I mean, hopefully, maybe that's where Chip's going. Maybe she's going to trick Elektra's going to trick Matt and be like, "Oh, you help me. You help me bring this all under control. Fine, okay, back to New York. Bye bye.
Bye now.
She's giving taste of some medicine. I got what I need. Goodbye.
Yeah.
Oh, she's gonna pull the old Lilith Hellfire. Oh, I got mine. Goodbye.
Here's your Egg McMuffin and your Uber.
Take your friend Foggy. See ya.
Actually, wouldn't it be funny if she's like, you know what? I'm going to keep Foggy. You don't deserve him.
No. She's going to send Matt and Foggy back to New York. She's going to keep that, what's that cop's name?
Oh, I know who you're talking about. Oh, not very competent, but okay.
Boy toy.
Oh, well, hey.
Again, she's playing from the Lilith Hellfire playbook. He's pretty. He's got muscles.
Not much else going on.
He's got muscles and meat, yes. You don't need him competent, right, love?
I mean, it's a bonus.
You don't need them. Wait, okay. You don't need them competent vertically.
Exactly.
All right.
Anyway, yeah, I thought it was a decent enough book, but like I said, I've just kind of slowly been.
Yeah.
I just want to get back to. I feel like Marvel is afraid to go back to basics. I don't know why.
And it doesn't seem weird. I mean, we don't need...
Every single hero that I love right now is not in top form because they're kind of trying to reinvent the wheel, but it's already been invented.
Yeah, and it's kind of like they want to tell original stories, but they're also like...
afraid, almost.
Well, no, sometimes they try to pander to like the people who only watch the movies and TV shows, so it's like...
Which is a whole...
Yeah, it's like you can't have both, you know.
They're trying their damnedest.
Oh my god!
Especially with that Venom book.
Oh my god! Last week, look at Sam Wilson's Captain America book. He is so Anthony Mackie on that cover.
I mean,
what again? You know, when the Punisher TV show was on, you know, they drew him like Barenthal.
This is definitely a little Barenthal resemblance.
You know, when a movie or TV show out of it because the character really.
Meanwhile, I'm just waiting for Captain America to actually like Chris Evans. Just waiting. Then I'll jump in.
I mean, he's a blonde guy. Got muscles. Yeah.
Now, see, look, listen. I'm gonna give Rob Liefeld this. When he was drawing that Captain America with the titties, he was manifesting Chris Evans. I'm just saying, he was manifesting Chris Evans to be Captain America.
Don't you give that book credit?
Chris Evans can get it all day.
I don't have any skin in the game of the Captain America fandom, so I can just be as freaking flippant as I want.
Yes, remember our source here, kids.
I love to sleep and drink.
Exactly. What do I know?
Out of the gooch.
All I know is he's a Bernie bro.
I'm thirsty for it,
character.
Gimme.
And on that note,
kids, yes.
Give me next week's issue list.
Or next month's.
Whatever.
If you want to do one next week, we can.
No. Next show.
No. I'm going to get yelled at like those dogs. No. Don't you pee on the carpet. I mean, no more podcast. All right, kids. Yes. Next month, for the end of the year, yes, we're going to be covering the next arc, Daredevil 359 through 362.
So close.
We can get there if you want. I believe we are going to get some Black Widow. Hey-oh. Going to get Charlie Esser's boyfriend, Crusher Creel.
Nobody tell Charlie. And nobody tell Brian.
Oh, help. Yes. If I find any of you, that's why we're not telling Charlie Esser anything. If I see anything with salty or petty in Brian's articles, we're definitely going to have words.
Nobody tell Brian.
All right. So, yes. So, send your thoughts. And again, like you said, in February, we're going to be covering the movies. So,
get your hot takes ready, kids.
Where I kind of have the schedule set for next year, but if you have any requests, because
see what I do with guys?
No, for Daredevil.
I know.
And please, who sends in requests besides Ray? I know it's going to be like, did Moon Knight show up in anything? All right, kids. So, yes. So, send your thoughts. Email us, CapesandLunatics@gmail.com, or call the voicemail, 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And remember, you can follow the Devil You Know, the Daredevil Podcast on Facebook, on Twitter. Find the Daredevil fan group on Facebook. Find links to all the various social medias for all the shows we do, Marvel, DC. 2 new shows coming next year. One comic book, not one other one, Salty and Petty, not necessarily about comics. So stay tuned to all the social media for those.
If you love our dick jokes, boy, do we have a show for you.
We got a bag full of dick jokes. We got a whole sack of them.
There you go. And we're going to hit you right in the face with that sack.
This is the kind of thing that just tickles my balls.
Phrasing.
Easy lemon squeezy.
That taste is still in my mouth.
Hey-o.
You hit him right in the face with that sack.
All right, so, and once again, everything we do, including any of the new shows, including this episode, everything, interviews, everything goes up on the YouTube channel in live video. Well, you can see me on video. Lilith and I's interview with Cliff Chang is up now on YouTube, where we discuss Catwoman Lonely City. If you're a fan of Daredevil, I think you would like that story. So,
such a good story.
And definitely the interview. Yes, and Batman's dead in it, so you can read it, Ray.
Just lie and tell him Black Canary shows up, bro.
Hey-o.
Batman, my favorite character.
Black Canary, Power Girl, they're all there with Catwoman. So yes, please smash that subscribe button on our YouTube channel so you don't miss a second of any of it.
Smash it.
Our subscriber count is going up slowly but surely, so. All right, and of course,
more capes or more lunatics. I'm not sure joining the fray, but I love it either way.
Hey-o. All right, so yes, most importantly, the Patreon, because once again, we're paying for this out of our own pocket. Every little bit helps, but $3 to $5 gets you early access to creator interviews, including the aforementioned monthly Chichester chats.
I got the good mic out for you guys.
Like I said, for the month of November.
Did you hear Justin when he did the little Chichester chat? I was like, oh, that's so cute.
I know. I told you, man. He knows. He knows. So yes, like I said, this month's episode, you'll get your double Daredevil, because yes, we'll be talking to Chichester about Daredevil 316. So, quit complaining, Ray. All right. No, I'm joking, Ray. Our patron who gives us the most money. I'm just joking.
Talk about being the high priest of sausage.
Hey-o! See what you get for your money, Ray.
Join the Patreon
sausage fest. Sausage.
That's right. Join the Patreon. You can get finely crafted drops, maybe about dick jokes.
Shout
about
outs.
you. Yes.
No, I invented that, you dick.
Hell, you might even be on the show. Who knows?
Yeah.
You gotta rub that one in.
Or, in this case, rub one out.
Hey-o!
Over a year ago, you dick.
All right. So, yes, subscribe to the Patreon, get Chichester chats, and, of course, it's almost over. Thank the Lord. Superhero movie brackets. We will find the worst superhero movie of all time. Time
to crown the wiener! Pretty soon.
Yeah, by the time you hear this, Spawn vs. Meteor Man will be up, our penultimate episode. Glug, glug, glug.
Take a drink, future Lilith.
And November, yes, we will crown a wiener. And then, as Lilith declared, subscribe to the Patreon, and you can vote on what we talk in 2023 on our Patreon. Anything goes.
Save us from the sadistic overlords we already have. We need some new blood here.
Save us from our chesty mansplainer. And of course, you can pick up Capes and Lunatics and Capes and Lunatics Sidekicks merch. And as always, like Lil says, in this all show notes, YouTube, the podcast, there is a Cash App link. So if you just want to rain random money on us, yes, please feel free.
Please help us fund the Get Out of Capitalistic Hell Fund if you can.
Make it rain.
So yes, everything's at Linktree, linktr.ee/CapesandLunatics. All right, Lilith Hellfire, if people want to talk to you about the law or, hypothetically how you dispose of a dead ex-boyfriend, where can people get a hold of you?
Hypothetically, for my NSA and FBI agents that are listening and watching, if you guys want to hang out with me on the interwebs, find me on Twitter at Lilith Hellfire, and of course on TikTok at Lilith Hellfire 69, where I'm making all the comments and quite possibly some of the content. You gotta come find me to find out, though. Not gonna spoil it.
At Lilith Hellfire 69.
Either do the 6 or do the 9. Trying to donkey punch me now, bitch.
Our little flower.
Let me get a ride on your alligator back, bro.
I'm a cactus, first of all.
Whoa. There's a lot of little pricks in you. Hey-oh!
Somebody's muffins getting buttered. That ain't my
well, okay, more appropriately, a Venus flytrap. There we go.
Wow! We're going to start a show just for you and Justin, the Venus flytraps. Hey-oh!
Well, that escalated
biscuits and
quickly.
cock-a-doodle-doo, bro.
Cock-a-doodle-doo!
Oh my god! There's the segment! You and Justin talking about dating men. Oh my god, the cock-a-doodle do's and don'ts.
Cock-a-doodle-doo!
Oh my god.
My favorite biscuit.
Phil, in the damn show. Enough's enough.
It's a new segment on Salty and Petty, which hasn't even started yet. Thank you for joining us. Daredevil, DD, double the dick jokes.
Double the trouble, double the dick jokes.
That's my ass in your window. Poppy.
Listen here, Bob, Sacramento.
It's a poorly made Rat Hat, even by Rat Hat standards. Oh my god, that's it. I think that has to be the first episode we cover, the Kenny Rogers roasters.
Yeah, that's totally fine with me.
I'm on sleep.
No sleep.
You don't know what it's like in there. All the creaking.
They can burn my retinas.
Oh. The man makes a mean bird. Oh. Want to hear something sad, kids? I'm sober.
That is truly sad. Heartbreaking for me.
Smells like. Alright, kids. We'll come back next time. Remember, it's better to be with the devil you know than the devil you don't.
And the devil you don't.
Fake eel.
Tap, tap, tapping my way downtown.
Lubrication.
Lubricated eels are the best.